Okay, let's turn this music down here. And get back to this. Good evening, boys and girls, friends, neighbors, countrymen, siblings, whomever you are. Pardon me. Happy Saturday evening to you. I'm Bill, and you're watching Bill's Box of Sound, and this is live stream number 2020. Ah, so do you like my new widescreen panoramic view here? I put a different lens on top of my laptop camera. Actually, it's being held there with several pieces of tape. So if this doesn't work out properly, I'm going to have to yank it out of there, and we'll go back to our regular view. But now you can see almost the entire room. You can see all three walls. You can see that wall over there of records. You can see this wall over here of records, and you can see that all that crap back there. So sounds good. Happy New Year to all of you. Happy 2023. We made it. We made it. And in the US here, they got a new Speaker of the House. I got a new speaker too. Yeah. Oh, wait, what happened to it? Is it gone? Oh, here it is. It's a rechargeable one. It's made by Bose. It's a Bluetooth thingy. I can use it when I go outside. But just like the Speaker of the House, it probably doesn't know how to govern very well. So I've been making jokes about that all week long, but let's stay out of politics here. Also, I know past few weeks we've been getting a special guest on here every week. Special people. Um, Spider-Man will not be here tonight. Black Panther will not be here tonight. Mario won't be here. Luigi won't be here. None of those people will be here today. Um, that's because Roman's not here tonight, and I'm sorry. I know you're starting to expect him now because he's pretty awesome, but he is off visiting his dad this weekend. So I hope him and his dad are having a good time, and hopefully not watching crazy live streams from Grandpa. So but got plenty of stuff to talk about tonight. And we've already gotten one question from our good friend Paul Ayers. He's talking about the Waka Jawaka and the Grand Wazoo albums. It says, does Frank pretty much play rhythm on Waka and Wazoo stuff? I always thought he did all the guitar parts, but then realized most or all of the lead is Tony's slide. Tony Duran, you mean, from Ruben and the Jets. Um, that's not how I feel about it at all. No. I mean, there's all sorts of leads on Big Swifty where he's going bow, but say two, three quarters of the way through. There's lots of good stuff. Now there is slide guitar going on in the background, like that. But Frank does play lead. And come on, Waka Jawaka, that track, that unbelievable solo, which brings tears to your eyes, that is doubled, tripled, and quadrupled by Sal Marquez's trumpets. Yeah, Frank is playing lead. And you listen to that George Duke stuff, he's just playing blistering leads all over that stuff. So, yeah. Talk about this box over here. Oh, whoa, gravity. Obey the law. Anyway, yeah, this is the Waka Wazoo. And yeah, oh yeah, Frank's all over this, not just compositionally, but also guitar wise, and also in the live stuff. He's playing lead as well. Um, not as wild as maybe the leads on the one that came out in October, the Zagreb Ljubljana live set. But oh yeah, there's plenty of good Frank guitar work to be had on that. Um, but thank you for asking that question anyway. And dropped a new video today. Dropped my 2023 vinyl tag because I haven't done a vinyl tag for a couple of years. So this year I finally got up off my ass and did it. Yeah. Don't, Rowan will not be showing up tonight. I know you're expecting him, and he's reliable, but no, he won't be here tonight. Uh, we do have some bad news to report, however. The death of a record producer. Let me pull out a record here. Hang on a second. I'm going to go to the one wall that you won't be able to see me on, so excuse me for a second. Oh, it's way down here. Ugh. Is it this one? Right here? Right here? Let's see. There it be. Okay. Got this for a little bit later. Let's put this down here. Okay. All right. Producer Paul Fox has passed away at the age of 68. Now, this guy did a lot of stuff, and 68's young for a record producer to pass away. But he did a lot of stuff in the 80s and the 90s. Known for this particular thing I got from Mix Online. Paul Fox, known for his work with some of the biggest names in 80s R&B and 90s alternative rock. He died on Christmas Day, December 25th. For the last 10 years, he has suffered from early onset Alzheimer's disease, which he was first diagnosed with in 2012. He was 68 years old. And if you want to know where you can hear his stuff, well, he became known as a keyboard player in the 80s in the San Francisco jazz scene. And then to Los Angeles, he started doing keyboards on tracks by Rod Stewart, the Commodores, Patti LaBelle, Natalie Cole, Danny Elfman, Jeffrey Osborne, Vanity, Kim Wilde, Five Star, Crocus, Edie Brickell and New Bohemians, Thelma Houston, Matthew Wilder, The Tubes, Josie Cotton, and Motley Crue, if you can believe that. Uh, who else? Then he became known as one of the main keyboard players on Pointer Sisters albums. Had production credits with other R&B hitmakers of the area, including the Commodores, Princess, Chico DeParge. Um, and then his first full big time production break was producing this two record set right here, Oranges and Lemons by XTC. Yeah, that album. And very sad to hear that he passed away. Oh, didn't do bad on this. My only complaint about this album, I mean, all XTC albums are awesome, in my opinion, but the only problem with this album is it's just too bright sounding. Now, if you get the Steven Wilson remix of this album, the mixes sound a heck of a lot better. More fully rounded bass and not so much of an irritating high end. But still, a great album and a great loss. Paul Fox. Once he started producing, he worked on albums by the Wallflowers, Fish, the Sugar Cubes, Bjork, Gene Loves Jezebel, Robin Hitchcock and the Egyptians, Victoria Williams, Edwin McCain, Ziggy Marley and the Melody Makers, Semisonic, Sarah Hickman, 10,000 Maniacs, Texas, Too Much Joy, Grantley Buffalo, Phantom Planet, Sixpence None the Richer, Meredith Brooks, They Might Be Giants, Boy George, and even Yes. Yes. So, man, that's a loss. And a shame that it was early onset to Alzheimer's. And yes, Pat Mastelotto of King Crimson fame played drums on that. Ah. Now, speaking of one of the bands that was mentioned, the Tubes, and I forgot to mention this on any recent live streams. Rick Anderson, bass player of the Tubes, passed away recently. I think it was from cancer. Don't quote me on that. I didn't go and dig out the information, but I did pull out the first Tubes album this week. Urgh. I was listening to that. Good God, what a great record from start to finish. I mean, there's only 8 songs on this. Um, and the first side is very confusing stylistically. But then we get into side 2 and the songs that made him famous, notoriously famous. Mondo Bondage, What Do You Want from Life, Boy Crazy, and the all-time one of the most misunderstood songs ever, White Punks on Dope. Yeah, when that song came out, a lot of people kind of like thought of it as kind of like a pro drug anthem. White Dope's on Punk, you got that right. Uh, Block has put in White Dope's on Punk. Um, but that song was actually a slam against a lot of the nouveau rich upper class people in the Los Angeles area that you know kind of like used drugs as a sport and a way of life and just screwed themselves up. So it's an anti-drug song. It's not a pro-drug song. So pay mind. And, yeah, Rick Anderson, I believe, stayed with the Tubes his their entire career. Um, Gonna have to do a feature on the Tubes and maybe just a whole video about that Tubes album. I may do that. Um, I've also got a video coming up that's called "The Worst Frank Zappa Albums Ever." Because I did a video already on what people think the best Frank Zappa albums are. But, there's a lot of people that don't like Frank Zappa, but then there's also a lot of people that are big Frank Zappa fans that don't like some of his albums. I mean, it's very possible. He's got over 120 albums that have come out, and they're not all the same style. They're not all the same type of content. Lots of different stuff on there. So, that's coming up soon, and, I don't know. I may go on Facebook and something and drill you for information. Yeah, I'll drill ya. I just happened to have that out. I was doing some Dremel work earlier. So what else? Oh, my stupid phone is letting me know that I got to take care of some things here. I'm getting some texts through. I should just hide my I should just hide my phone when I'm doing these things. It's very impolite. But I just got a hilarious picture. Um, this is my daughter's house, and hiding in hiding in the middle, right there, is their little kitty cat. All right, enough of that stuff. Um, New arrival. I just got something today. I received this. Miles Davis, In a Silent Way, original master recording. Now I know what you're saying. Mobile Fidelity uses digital technology in their reproductions of classic analog albums. But you got to admit, you take an original of this, and I do have an original of this. Let me go grab it, and you'll be able to see me this time. Let's see. Kind of blue. Where's In a Silent Way? I know it's here. Oh, wait. That's later. Here we go. In a Silent Way. All right. Here's an original version of that one. Ta-da! And all sorts of advertisements for other Miles Davis albums on here. The master himself. This album has Miles Davis on trumpet, Herbie Hancock electric piano, Chick Corea electric piano, the masterful Wayne Shorter on tenor sax, Dave Holland on bass, Joe Zawinul on electric piano and organ, John McLaughlin on guitar, and the unbelievable Tony Williams on drums. This is a great record, and actually, I had I am not the original owner of this. Somebody named Mary Jacobson owned it before I did, but Mary, if you're still with us, thank you very much for trading this album in at a half price books, and I got it for a real cheap price because nobody was hip to how cool this album actually was. But now we've got this. Now, if you compare a lot of the Columbia originals to the Mobile Fidelity remasters, the sound on these just smokes the originals because uh being as honest as possible, a lot of the Columbia mastering, chains just didn't cut it. I mean, they gave you a lot of great music, and it was there, but, as far as being audiophile, it just didn't hold up. They cut a lot of corners, and, well, I'll tell you what, we got this here. Why don't we open it up right now? I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get a copyright strike, but I'll just take this thing off of here and pull it out. Excuse me while I whip this out. Not a bad looking exposure for the cover either. And if you're tuning in late and you're wondering why everything looks all fisheye in here, it's because I have a different lens on the laptop. I'm just trying it out. Just trying it out, seeing how different it is. Now, here's something interesting. For the first time, when I've opened up a Mobile Fidelity album, it comes out like this. This is the only thing that is inside of the record cover. Whoa, this is live, folks. You can't fake this stuff. Yeah, there's nothing else in there. Now, I'll just grab any one of my other Miles Davis Mobile Fidelities and I'll pull it out and I'll show you what I mean. Let's see. Let's get a copy of a frequently mispronounced Miles Davis album title, Philly de Kilimanjaro. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. But this is a 2-record 45 RPM. And ever since the inception of Mobile Fidelity's business plan back in the 1970s, whenever you opened up an album by Mobile Fidelity, the album was encased in this protective extra sleeve that went the other way. And then you could pull this out. And I mean, yeah, there's advertisements for other Mobile Fidelity products, but then you get the record. Okay. So you always knew that the Mobile Fidelity records were packed immaculately. So in order to put it back, you had to put it inside of this folded up piece of paper again. Hello, Sequoia Flame. Good to see you, my friend. So there you go. Fully protected Mobile Fidelity. And then you pay $50 for one record, and it doesn't have that thing in there anymore. You saw it here first. Now. What the heck's going on? Well, this is a great album anyway. But man, first the controversy with them using a digital step in their signal chain, and now this stripped down packaging on the Mobile Fidelities. What's this world coming to? What done happened to Mobile Fidelity's career? Whew. Yep. The Mobile Fidelity stuff is expensive, but once in a while, hey, it's worth it. What can you say? Well, okay. David says it's not worth it anymore. I can appreciate that. I mean, Mobile Fidelity is going to have to do something to recover, hold some sort of a sale or something like that. I just saw that particular one, and it's like, I really got to get that one because I'm not going to spend the money on Bitches Brew. I've already got 2 copies of that, a stereo and a quad version. Nah, not going to spend the money on that Mobile Fidelity. But this one I want. But I'm just amazed that they don't have the protective piece of paper in there anymore. That's crazy. Oh dear. Any of you folks seen this? This is a CD that I made back in 2004. It's terrible. But if you want a copy, you just ask for it. I'll send you one. Just send me enough money for postage and I'll send it to you. So, Black Sonic Wafer says, I don't have any problem with the DSD. It's just a lack of transparency that bothered me, but not that much. I agree completely. And Sequoia Flame says, oh, wait. Oh, I saw that. I saw you posted on Facebook that you got a copy of Giles, and Fripp. Uh, what can I say? But I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. Man, that was one hell of a find, my friend. And he says, it's terrible, but good. I'll take your word for it. I'm gonna have to listen to that album on YouTube. Um, but I might have it digitally someplace. But it's good and terrible. Oh, it's horrible, horrible, terrible, terrible, good. Oh, and one record that in that vein that I got gypped on is I bought the McDonald and Giles album. I was in Las Vegas at a place called Wax Trax Records. If you've ever been out there, it's a pretty cool place. It's kind of weird though. It's this big lime green house, and it's an actual house. It's it's a retail establishment, but it's actually a house disguised as a record store. And it's run by by this old guy who's been retailing records for many years. And there's just stacks and stacks and stacks of records, and you have to crawl around and they go upstairs and stuff. And oh man, crazy to get to things, but you'll find a lot of cool stuff in there. But you gotta be careful. They will overcharge you. They charged me like $60 for a McDonald and Giles record, and the thing was warped so bad I couldn't play it. Unfortunately, I'd already gotten back to Ohio and put it on the turntable, and then I went on to Discogs and bought a copy that was even in better shape for about 10 bucks. So word to the wise. Well. Yeah, it is a much better album. I do agree. And good evening, Mr. Record Collector News. I got your most recent issue with the Beatles on the front. For those of you who are like Canada and Nevada record store frequenters, um, you can usually find a copy of Record Collector News for free that has been distributed to that store. Um, or you can just go to this guy's what it is this guy's page, Jim Record Collector News, and find out more about the magazine. So good to see you. But yeah, Wax Trax Records in Las Vegas, crazy place, fun place. I loved going in there for about 2 or 3 hours, and my wife Judy, she was just so patient. She hung out at the front, sat in one of Elton John's favorite chairs because Elton John frequents that record store as well, and just yacked with the owner and petted his dog for a while I bought some Hank Mobley records and some Sonny Clark records and some Muddy Waters records and some what else did I get? I got some David Bowie records when I was there. So yeah, very cool. Very fun. Uh, time for some more Diet Coke. Uh, so mm, what else is going on? Um, any questions from you folks? Any new things that you're really excited about? What else happened this week? Not that much, really. I was watching that video from Michael 45 RPM about the sleeves that he uses for storing his records. The real thick ones that go on the outside and then has an extra little flap to put the record into. That's an awful lot of plastic. I mean, I I've got way too much plastic on my records already. And he was very, very proud that he was saying that the people in the EU can buy those and not have to pay overseas shipping. But I don't remember him saying anything about folks in the US. Well, you know, usually it's the other way around. You can get stuff in the US easily, but you can't get it in Europe. So that's that. Oh, what other records have I been playing with this week? Let's see. Was going through some of my back stock and looking at some of my old tone poets, and then I found this record here. I'm gonna have to listen to this and see exactly how good or how bad it is. Minor Detail. No idea what this sounds like. I know it's a pop album, but the thing that attracted me to it is our thanks to Derek Schulman. Yeah, of Gentle Giant. But then again, Derek Schulman is a record executive now. He was responsible for signing Bon Jovi. Yes, that Bon Jovi. So if you want to find out who to blame for Bon Jovi being such a big star, it's Derek Schulman. Anyway, yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's David says that looks like they're trying too hard. This came out in 1983 on Polygram Records. So, well, we'll find out what it's like. Now, Homer asked, "Did you get to hear the new Zappa vinyl reissues?" Well, funny that you mentioned that because I still haven't received them. So here's what went on. Um, I pre-ordered the colored vinyl variations of the remastered versions of Waka Jawaka and the Grand Wazoo by Frank Zappa. Um, and they were supposed to ship on the 16th of December and arrive on the 21st of December. 21st came and went. Nothing. So I go to this little app on my phone, which is supposed to be tracking everything. Let's see here. Da-da-da-da. Okay. You take a look at this app here, and let's see. Goes to Laverne, Tennessee on the 16th. Uh, Goes to Nashville on December the 16th. Processed on the 16th. Leaves Nashville on December the 17th. Departs Nashville on December the 17th. Arrives at Indianapolis, Indiana on December 17th. Arrives at the Indianapolis at December 17th. Arrives at the Cleveland, Ohio USPS facility on December 18th. And that's apparently where it sat. And I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. From December 18th, Christmas comes and goes. You know, I want to do my reviews to get them out here for you folks. So you know what I think. So, and I would buy them someplace else, but the the exclusive Zappa stuff that's available from the Zappa store. Oh geez. All right. Well, hey, Dave, you got to go. I understand. Give your kids a hug for me and say hi to your wife for me, and watch the rest of this later on because I'll keep it up. So good to see you, my man. Great guy. Anyway, so I kept on waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and there's no phone number to call. So I called the United States Postal Service on December the 30th and said, "Here's my tracking number. Any way that I can make a complaint about this that it hasn't come yet?" And they said, "Well, the best thing to do is to put in a package research case with the postmaster." So I talked to the postmaster, did all the necessary filing on December 30th, and they said, "We'll get back to you, Mr. Camarada. No problem. Thanks." So January 4th. Just this da-da-da-da, just this past Wednesday, I get a phone call at about 11 o'clock in the morning. Say, hi, this is the Postmaster United States Postal Service. Yeah, we just finished our research case of your package. We don't know where it is. However, we've done a bit of digging, and as far as we can tell, this thing hasn't physically been scanned since it went to a Tennessee facility. As far as we can tell, it was scheduled to go to Indianapolis, it was scheduled to go to Nashville, it was scheduled to go to Cleveland, but it never got to any of those places. Can you believe that? Well, what should I do then? Well, sir, I think your best bet would be to contact the company that sold you this and request a refund or a reshipment. It's like, oh, great. So I go onto the Universal website and I you never know that this could have happened. You never know. But so I go to their website and I say, "Hey, here's what I ordered. Here's the tracking number. Here's what I did. And please, can you help? Here's my phone number if you want it." And they emailed me back a form letter that said, "Oh, we're so sorry that this happened to you, sir. However, you should wait at least 3 weeks after shipping to request anything from this because it's just that. And of course, if after 3 weeks you still have not received it, you should contact the shipping client to find out where they have placed this thing." That's what I told him in my original email. Come on. Give a dude a break here. So, I waited until yesterday, Friday, a solid 3 weeks since the alleged shipment of that, and I gave it all to him again, gave him all the information in greater detail, gave him dates and times and everything else, and the tracking number and the order number, and I said, "Listen, there's gotta be a way for you to get this to me." Eh, w and so they said that, my purchase was covered by some sort of plan where I could get a new one, so they put me through to somebody, they made another order, and that order is going to be shipped, and hopefully, I'll be getting that, hopefully by the next, time that we do a live stream. So, I will let you know about that. Once I get those, 2 vinyl re-releases, I will do a shootout between the originals, the new ones, the CDs, and also the high resolution version that is on the Waka Wazoo box. Hiya, gang. Hiya, hiya, hiya. And so, yeah, you're still waiting on stuff from November. I hear you, man. I hear you, Homer. Um, I still have not gotten a response from well, I've got response, basically hurry up and wait from Universal on my limited edition, prints from the, Zagreb Ljubljana live set, but, I'm not worried about that because I got something to take care of that. It's not official, but I got something to take care of that. So these things will be okay. So, yeah, if you wanna know if I've, gotten a chance to hear the remastered Grand Wazoo and Waka Jawaka, ain't happened yet. Get all wound up about that. So that was good, and very nice for Sequoia Flame to pop back, and I've been missing his videos. Um, if if you have a chance, check out if you have a chance, check out his videos. They're good. He's into a lot of cool stuff, and he's in Florida, and I visited him once, and he visited me once. Of course, I was in Florida on other business, and he was in Cleveland on other business. But we met up with each other, had a great time, uh, uh, going out to eat, talking music. Went to a couple record stores, flipped for records. It's great. It's really, really cool when you get to hang out with somebody that you've only known online. And yeah, I hear you, Jim. And here's another interesting thing. Has anybody? Well, probably chances are some of you have already. Has anybody seen Michael Fremer's video where I'm not saying he's making fun of, but he's using their character to do something funny? Michael Fremer kind of parodies Mazzy, Norman Maslov. Now, we all know Mazzy, we all love Mazzy, and Mazzy loves you as well, or at least that's what he says. Um, but Michael Fremer did this comedic video where he made up a character called Fuzzy, and all he does is hold up records. He doesn't say anything at all, and he's got a hat on like Mazzy does. He's got glasses on like Mazzy, and since Michael Fremer was pretty much clean shaven, he took cotton balls and stuck them to his chin. It was hilarious. Um, and I think Mazzy even commented on it. I think he took it in stride because M- Mazzy's got the knowledge, and he knows what to say. Of course, he gets some names wrong every once in a while. He gets some stories bent a little differently every once in a while. But you know what? He probably forgets more than most of us remember about a lot of music, and I can respect where he's coming from. But hey, even though I don't enjoy all of his videos all the way through, I still watch him and appreciate him, and appreciate you guys tuning into my videos as well. Let's see. I pulled this out just for giggles. Bill Spooner, guitar player from the Tubes, at least for most of its career. Um, Solo album on Ralph Records, the Residence label. So that's that. This is also listening to some Tangerine Dream. This is the Record Store Day reissue on tangerine colored vinyl of Zeit. According to Stephen Wilson, one of the albums he plays the most in his collection. Very interesting. Also, I heard, who did I hear of that? Oh, Peter Gabriel just released a single. I haven't heard it yet. And also, Mike Keneally has released a single. You can listen to that online. Mike Keneally's new song is called Celery. And let's see, did I pull up the name of Peter Gabriel's new song? Give me a minute. Let me see if I've got it here. No, no, no. Go to that and check this. Peter Gabriel has a new song called Panopticon. No idea what it is, but it's his first new music since 2016. So hopefully Peter's doing good, and that's a good song because loved Peter Gabriel for a long time. Um, and you're looking forward to his tour announcement. I've witnessed some very, very, very wonderful shows from Peter Gabriel. Diet Coke's going down rather well tonight, I must say. But I don't know. Maybe his new song is a ode to the fact that he's still recording and Phil Collins is not. I didn't say that. It's just a joke, okay? Just a joke. Oh, what else is going on? That's kind of pretty much it. Just getting back in tune from the holidays. Um, got some other stuff going on that I can't tell you about because it's super secret. But fun things are going to be happening in 2023. Um, and what else is going on? Let's see. Oh, did I mention that Roman's not here tonight? And I apologize for that. You know, you people have been getting used to having Roman be here with me and enjoying a hymn. I can't play guitar well. But it's fun anyway. As one of my friends on Facebook, she um, she bought an electric guitar. She knows a lot about music, and she loves music, and she wants to learn how to play. So she found some guy locally that said, "I'll come to your house and you pay me for a guitar lesson, and I'll teach you guitar." So I guess that this guy came to her house and talked politics for 35 minutes as part of the guitar lesson and expected her to pay for it. So that was a bad experience for her. And today she reported that she actually got a new guitar teacher that's affiliated with a music store. And she went there and much better experience. Talk to him about tablature. If you play guitar, you know about tablature. And said, "Should I learn tablature? Is that a good thing to do?" And he says, "Well, for some people it's good, but you should learn some musical, regular musical notation, so that if you ever work with other musicians, say you get a French horn player and you hand them a sheet of tablature and say, 'Well, this is the stuff I'm playing,' they'll look at you and say, 'What kind of mathematics is this?' But if you hand them something with standard musical notation, they'll be able to figure it out. That makes a hell of a lot more sense." So she's very happy with her new teacher. And that's it. Oh, just another Jandik record. Oh, what else has been going on this week? I thought I had a whole hour's worth of stuff, but I don't. So I may be cutting this off soon. 8 of you folks have been watching very patiently for almost an hour. I am really digging this this fisheye lens that I got on the camera. It really looks nice. So I may try to find a way to more permanently mount this thing on the, or just get a clip to just pop it on and off of the laptop. I just did this like less than 10 minutes before we started tonight, and maybe I'll take it off at the very end. But that's about everything that's going on. What's coming up this week? Let's see. Next Tuesday, the 10th, is Ainsley Dunbar's birthday. And George Duke, the late George Duke's birthday is 2 days later on the 12th. Did you know that New Year's Day was, Gail Zappa's birthday? Another one of our dearly departed. She passed away on the 1st, um, I forget what year she passed away. No, wait. Yeah, yeah, but it was her birthday, so that was it. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna start playing, the background music again, and, had a great time. Hope you did too. Next weekend, hope to be back again, maybe with, Mr. Roman, hanging out with us as well, because he loves live streams. He wishes I could do a live stream every day, but man, I can't come up with the material. So, I hope you have a fantastic week. Please go listen to some music. If you want to send me some email, you can always go to boxofsound@mail.com and write me. Please check out my new video that I dropped today, which is my 2023 vinyl tag. And I enjoyed doing that. I got several more videos planned that are going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, that's going to be about it. So thanks again for watching. Please hit the like. And if you are not already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. You have my undying thanks. So have yourself a great week. And good night. Ooh, it's a Vangelis album cover. Man, some of you people watch anything, but you know what? That's me as well. So, love y'all. Have a good night.